2K Sport. And the Clippers starting five. We'll see Powell and Leonard playing the forward spots. Harden out there with Dunn, and it's Eubanks in at the 5 spot. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Reed is out there with Randall, and it's Alexander Walker in at the point guard. All the talk, Greg, leading up to this one has been about the impact of the backcourt.
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Pass to Edwards. There's the pick from past the arc. Buries the long-range jumper.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
I had a chance to catch up with Chris Finch. And I asked him how you deal with James Harden tonight, and Coach said his focus is not letting Harden get the matchups he wants, not allowing him to get ISOs. Coach said he has to work for it tonight. So they will try to throw some resistance his way, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Now here's Edwards. Harden missing his last shot. Picked by Reed. Edwards drives in, and Edwards slams it in.
You better get out of the way. So much power from Anthony Edwards off that drive. Look out.
Here's Eubanks. Good. It's Harden with the assist that time.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Alexander Walker with the ball. And another three for Minnesota.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now, here is Harden. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
I tell you what, James Harden has got the kind of frame that he can absorb contact and play right through it.
Reed with a screen on Dunn. From outside the arc. Rebound, Kawhi Leonard. Clippers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Recently, Doris, the Clippers have had their most successful stretch in franchise history.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They've only missed the playoffs twice, going all the way back to 2012. They made their first conference finals in team history back in 2021. Not bad for a franchise that had one of the worst win-loss records in league history.
Here's Leonard after the basket by Minnesota. Harden with a screen on McDaniels. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul. Timberwolves on defense. 3-point lead. Edwards looking it over. Reed with a screen for Edwards. McDaniels gets a wide open look. Bangs home the trifecta. McDaniels got 5.
Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
And Leonard has it in the corner. Shoots over Reed, and it's Leonard missing.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
No one near Randall as he lets it go. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
Well, the effectiveness of Julius Randle, wherever he is on the floor, the mid-range, one of those tools in the toolbox.
To end the run, and rebounded by McDaniels. Minnesota leading by 8. We've got 1:13 left here in the first quarter. Reed the pass to Alexander Walker. McDaniels a screen on Hart. Shot clock at 6. Reed finds Alexander Walker.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and are on a string.
Nothing seems to be going his way this quarter.
Well, not at the offensive end, certainly. He cannot buy a bucket right now.
Oh, here's Edwards. He's got 5. Pass to McDaniels. His 3-pointers off the mark.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Minnesota's gone 3 of 6, 50% from deep so far tonight. 3 seconds separate the shot clock in game. Randall with a screen for McDaniel. No good with the triple. It's Powell on the wing. He has yet to score. And Harden with the basket on the assist by Powell.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Randall from outside. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Big time shot to beat the buzzer there. My goodness.
Well, that's the perfect end to the quarter for them. You have no idea how much of an effect those buzzer beaters can have.
And so it's Minnesota. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. We'll return shortly. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Timberwolves.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. Simmons is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Derek Jones. Then there's Batum, and it's Coffey in at the small forward spot. Here's Simmons. Banked in off the glass.
My goodness, defense was there, but Ben Simmons makes that finish look easy.
Minnesota leading by 8. And we played through the first minute here in the second. Edwards' shot is good.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Here's Jones. Oh, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice. And Kevin, even though they're down, he's still looking to do the spectacular, and he did.
Well, maybe this is the best time to do it. A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. On its way from Clark for 2. And finished off by Gobert.
Listen, at just over 7 feet, we know Gobert's going to be terrific on the glass.
Trains it from beyond the arc. Batum's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Well, the defense deserves to get burned. Absolutely no excuse for leaving him open.
And here is DiVincenzo. And here's Miller outside. Sinks the three-pointer.
And guarding him on the perimeter isn't a priority for them right now, but if this continues, it will be.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, if you want to win, of course, playing both ends of the floor is essential. Former Defensive Player of the Year Draymond Green says, we've seen teams for years make the mistake of thinking they can put a great offense out there and win. You run up against a team that's just competent offensively, but they play defense, you're going to lose. Kevin?
Got the 1-2 punch as Draymond talks about. Man, that is something tough to get by. DA thanks. Here's Gobert. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. It's good by Shannon. Greg, you've been a part of some great contending teams over the years, but what's it like being on a team at the bottom of the standings? with not a lot of hope for the regular season.
Well, Kevin, no one likes losing, but it can certainly take a toll. But it can also allow you to play more freely when you know you're bad and you're not having to deal with the pressure of expectations.
They set the pick. 6 on the shot clock. DiVincenzo passes to Shannon.
He just powered that one down.
One of the game's top dunkers. Bogdanovich with a screen on DiVincenzo. Simmons. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
Boy, Ben Simmons, because of his size, inside, he is a dangerous force.
Out to the wing. Gobert, the screen. Up again. And there's the call on Jones. That is his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Simmons against DiVincenzo. 5 on the clock. Miller, that's for 2. And finally they hit one. Miller's got 5 now.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Bogdanovich against DiVincenzo. From the arc. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Kicks it out to Bogdanovich. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession.
That looks like a lack of focus. You've got to question what he was trying to accomplish there.
Timberwolves leading by 8. Pass to Alexander Walker. And here's Randall. Lets it go from deep. He's now 2 for 3 with that miss. And here we go with Batum heading to the hoop. 26 seconds left to play in the first half. Now here's Jones. Back to Batum for 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. And now just a 5-point Timberwolves lead.
So good at so quickly analyzing and getting through his progressions. Nick Batum gets it off before the defender can react.
Outside Edwards. Here's Reed. No good on the last second attempt there. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Timberwolves lead by 5. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by. Thank you, David, for that interview. And we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Randall out there with Naz Reid. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 1. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. Outside, Jones. Pass to Bogdanovich. 5 to shoot. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Jones from outside. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 4 rebounds in this game. DiVincenzo kicks to Clark. 3-pointer. Drills it from outside. Clark's got the first points in the second half up on the board for the Timberwolves.
You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Shannon passes to DiVincenzo. Miller with a screen on Jones. A three for DiVincenzo. That shot off. Good work defensively by Jones. 3-on-3. Outside, Simmons. Poked away. It's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Miller. And the Clippers with a whole new lineup now. Six to shoot. And stolen by DiVincenzo. Fast break, Minnesota. Gobert finds Clark. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Gobert with a screen on Powell. Shannon hits the jumper in space. Shannon's got 7. Clippers trail by 10. Harden scanning the floor. Fires the 3. Hands it from downtown. He's got 7.
This is evidence that James Harden, from any spot on the floor, is willing to launch and makes good on that long 3.
Gobert in the corner. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Shannon. Guarded by Powell. This one for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Shannon's got 5 points now in the quarter.
For real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
To the inside. Here's Leonard. Again, Los Angeles.
Totally dialed in. Leonard makes quick work from that mid-range.
Pass to Miller. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harden up top. Defended by DiVincenzo. Here's the screen. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Dunn.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Kevin, thanks very much. James Harden is still a factor at age 35. He says, I'm more than a scorer, so for me, it's just impacting the game at the highest level. Kevin, he's led the league in scoring 3 times, but he's also led the league in assists. So, pretty much true. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And don't forget, he rebounds as well as any guard right now in the NBA. Leonard with the ball, and it's Miller picking him up. Takes a 3. The shot by Powell, no good. Timberwolves leading by 11. Clark, the pass to DiVincenzo. Oh, the lob to Gobert. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third.
This is where James Harden's ability to quickly scan the floor and then find the right window to deliver the pass. So good, so good.
Now DiVincenzo. Drops in the layup for 2. DiVincenzo's got 5.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Minnesota on top. They lead by 13. We've got more in store. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Nothing better than chemistry, right? Working together to create a bucket.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Taking a look at Los Angeles, we'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Dunn is out there with Harden, and it's Eubanks in at center, locking down the middle. Randall against Harden. McDaniel sets a screen for Randall. From outside, off the mark. Clippers trail by 13. And here's Harden for three. Julius Randle with the rebound. Leonard against Edwards. Reed with a screen on Leonard. Edwards dishes to Randle. McDaniels against Powell. Clock at 6. They get it again. Pass to McDaniels. Takes the three. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
Edwards from deep three-point territory. The quick look, no good that time. Edwards against Dunn. It's Powell on the wing. And again, it's the Clippers missing. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Timberwolves. 16-point lead, the largest margin in the game. And now the Clippers on the break. Dunn, wide open, he fires. Makes no mistake on the open jump shot.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Minnesota's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Three-pointer, Randall. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard with the ball. Now defended by Randall. And Harden with the stuff.
Oh, my. James Harden with a statement right there.
Minnesota leading by 11. Reed with a screen on Harden. Here's Alexander Walker. Outside for Randall. Fires for three. Hits it from three-point range.
You see Julius Randle striking from wherever the defense concedes it. That's nicely done.
Harden outside. From deep. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Edwards against Dunn. Edwards with confidence.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
Harden outside. Launches a three. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Reed's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And it's Alexander Walker in the corner. That's in, coming off an assist from Randall. And the Timberwolves lead by 17.
And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Timberwolves.
They found a great rhythm from long range.
Yeah, Kevin, every time they left a man open deep, he'd get a good shot at the basket, didn't hesitate, and that aggression paid off.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Anthony Edwards.
Efficient productivity. You love what this guy has given to you on the offensive end.
Here's Reed. Offline with his three. And done with the slam. And so it's Minnesota with it. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Edwards. Pass basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
Well, for all intents and purposes, this game is over. Just a matter of time here.
And Greg, it didn't take long for Anthony Edwards to prove himself in the NBA.
There's so much to like about his game. And as outstanding as his offense is, his defense cannot be overlooked. He is a lockdown presence when he needs to be.
Harden can't hit. Now, here's McDaniels. And Edwards launches it from deep. And the miss. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Some good moments throughout this.
The starters for the Memphis Grizzlies. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Bain. Jackson out there with Vince Williams, and it's Edey in at the 5. And for Minnesota, Ant is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's Alexander Walker in at point guard. Well, Grant, tonight we've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Morant with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Williams misses. Edwards looking for an opening. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Nice smooth three-point shot by Edwards there. Boy, he's got confidence from behind the arc.
Now here's Moran, covered by Alexander Walker. Gets the 3 to fall.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth. Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Alexander Walker. And another 3 from Minnesota.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Allie LaForce had a chance to catch up with head coach Chris Finch. Allie, what do you have to say?
And we discussed his plan for John Morant. Coach smiled and said, I just told my guys to stay ready out there, ready for anything, because Morant can do so many surprising things. We just have to stay on our toes. Hopefully that flexible mindset helps the defense keep up with Morant's antics out there. B.A.?
Thank you for that, Allie. Now here's Reid. From deep. And it's Bain with the rebound. For Memphis, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Outside for Morant. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Opting for the quick shot there. Morant trying to outpace the defense.
And stolen by Bain. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And Morant with the basket on the assist by Jackson. Morant's gotten his second bucket of the game. Outside, Alexander Walker. Edwards against Bain. Now here's Edwards. The D's right on him. Minnesota again missing.
Tell you what, that is a missed opportunity from mid-range for sure. With as little defense as was shown, should have made that one. Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks. Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time. Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And the whistle on the shot. Got some contact there. Misses the shot, but he'll shoot 2.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
And Morant drops them both. Timberwolves trail by 6. Outside Edwards. Launches it. The rebound by Edey. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. And Anthony Edwards has stated that his goal is to ultimately surpass Michael Jordan.
Hey, look, that is a lofty goal to run after. I don't know if he'll catch it, but I like the fact that he's ambitious enough and confident enough to put it out there. His ability speaks for itself. This guy's a star already, and his star continues to shine. His work ethic and confidence give me belief that he's going to have a chance to at least get close to that. You know, about 25 years ago, there was a guy named Kobe Bryant who sought to do something similar to what MJ did, and he got pretty close to matching it.
Now here's Morant. He has 6. And the foul called on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That's his first foul of the game. On the wing, Bain, guarded by Edwards. Pass to Edey from the arc. It's rebounded by Minnesota. And now the T-Wolves on the break. And here's Edwards. Back to Reid. Takes the 3. And another 3 from Minnesota.
Getting the ball to somebody ready to stroke it. Selfless play by Edwards there.
Left side, Morant. Kicks it out to Jackson. No good with the triple.
Surprising to see him miss here, but they'll be happy with that shot in those possessions.
Pass to Randall. Puts up a three. The Grizzlies pull it in. Edey's got 4 rebounds in the game. Williams with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Outside Morant. Now here's Jackson. There's the three. And Ja Morant good for 3. Morant's got 9.
Yeah, Morant showing a bit of confidence knocking down that 3.
Reed, a screen on Bane. Here's the 3. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 5 rebounds in the game. And the basket by Bane.
You know, no time wasted getting that ball up the floor for the uncontested finish.
The kick out to Edwards. He gets it up. Parried from outside. I don't know. I think we may get a review here. Look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And I couldn't tell exactly what happened. And apparently, I guess the refs didn't get a clear look at it either. They have to get it right because this is a big moment in the game.
And you know what? We're watching exactly what the officials are seeing from the NBA replay center.
Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Memphis. Hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. And don't go far. We'll be right back. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, it's all fast break points. Those easy buckets, they're so hard to come by in the NBA. So if you get a chance to run, you have to take advantage of it.
You know, another point I'd like to add is that they've had tremendous success early on converting turnovers and turning those into points.
Amp is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Nas Reed out there with Julius Randle. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Timberwolves are one of the biggest teams in the association, and Coach Chris Finch said, quote, "That's how we're built. It's part of our identity. That's what we have to lean into. We want to be big at the rim and force our size on opponents." Brian, he loves to see other teams hesitant to venture into the paint.
Hearing footsteps, right? Allie, thanks. Edwards, no good.
Yeah, and the defense really respects his shooting ability, and they showed it with that tight coverage.
Timberwolves trail by 4. It's McDaniels on the wing. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. McDaniels got 5 points.
Attacking right away. McDaniels wasting no time there.
You know, a reliable veteran like Julius Randle is so valuable. He provides a foundation for everyone else to play off of because they know he'll be there to score and help out. He makes it easier for other players to succeed around him.
Reed for 3. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And that one's good. Bagley.
Dynamic. I mean, every night Morant makes incredible plays, and that extends as well to his passing.
Randall can't hit. Grizzlies lead by 4. Jackson finds Morant. Back to Jackson. Pass to Williams. Outside Bagley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Now Bane. The 3 is up. Reed with the rebound. Second quarter play. Almost 3 minutes gone here. Here's McDaniels. From down in the low post, it goes. McDaniels got 5 points in the quarter.
Basically just ignored that contact inside. Really oh, man.
Oh,
punch that was.
Bad intentions.
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
Here's McDaniels. The Grizzlies pull it in.
Usually, guys, he's going to knock that one down from there. Proficient at operating in that medium range area.
Outside Morant. Pass to Jackson. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got 5 assists in the game.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Really left him alone that time. Reed's got 9. All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you're putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation...
The skill, the grace, Morant.
Once Ja Morant gets rolling, there is no stopping him. Ja is feeling it tonight.
Edwards finds Reed. Back to Edwards. To the inside. Tries a 10-footer. Here's Alexander Walker. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one. Grizzlies lead by 4. Here's Morant. That shot, no good. Nice D from Reed. Minnesota has gone 4 of 7 from 3 during the second quarter. McDaniels can't hit. The Grizzlies have gotten 6 of 10 shots to drop in the second. Nice work. They get it back. Outside Morant. Pass to Jackson from behind the arc. McDaniels with the rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Williams from long range. He drops it from range. Williams has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Outside Reed. And here's Randall. And the foul on Marvin Bagley. That's his first foul.
First team foul. Substitution report.
Here's DiVincenzo. Pass to Gobert. 4-3. Memphis with a rebound. Here's Pippen. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. Their work from distance has been impressive, and it's put them in this lead right now. Back after this. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
On the court right now for the Grizzlies. Edey out there with G.G. Jackson. Then it's Luke Kennard. And it's Wells in at the 3 slot. Jackson gets the bucket.
That right there, that's the kind of look this system is designed to create.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. Miller's got his first 3 points of the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And Dante DiVincenzo is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Kennard against Clark. Pass to Edey for 3. Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
From downtown, Clark, no good. Grizzlies lead by 7. Kennard for 3. It's rebounded by Rudy Gobert. For Minnesota, they've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Stolen by Kennard. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. Pass to Edey. Lets the 3 fly. And it's Gobert with a rebound. Minnesota's gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Here's Shannon. Counted from distance.
There's the unselfishness you like to see in a guard. DiVincenzo keeping his eyes up and his options open.
All right, Clark, how about Rudy Gobert? What consistency rebounding the ball.
Yeah, averaging double digits pretty much every season, BA. And that helps them in the battle of possessions, obviously. And it also helps them control pace. You've got a guy who eats glass like that and defends at a high level. You got something real good for yourself.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Kennard outside. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Minnesota. DiVincenzo finds Clark. And here's Gobert from the arc.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Grizzlies lead by 4. Kennard outside. No good on the triple. Minnesota's gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Down low. The three, DiVincenzo. Cleared away by Wells. The Grizzlies have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Jackson for 3. Nails it from beyond the arc. Jackson's got 9 points here in the second half.
Here in the third, he's really started to heat up from the perimeter.
Here's DiVincenzo. Out left to the wing. Here's Clark. The rebound by Jackson.
There's no way that's the best look this offense can produce.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Kennard for 3. That one is off. And here's Miller. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 7-point differential. Ooh! Alley-oop finish with authority by Gobert.
Gobert is a big target, especially when he's roaming around that rim.
The deep 3 from Kennard. From beyond the arc and then some. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Miller outside. And Shannon gets it to go. Shannon's got 5 now.
Assertive move. You can tell the game's heating up a bit.
Kennard for 3. Let's go with a 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
The defense really fell apart there. You can't afford to leave them all alone at the arc.
Stolen by Kennard. Pass to Edey. Here's Wells. That 3's off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 9. And now the T-Wolves on the break. The 3, DiVincenzo drains the triple. He has 6.
And there's DiVincenzo with the quick trigger. Cannot give him any room defensively. You've got to eliminate his airspace.
Three-pointer. Kennard can't get it to go. Tipped away. Pass to Edey. Kennard outside. Kicks it out to Jackson. They get it back. Fires for 3. Hits the three-pointer. Jackson's got 12 points in just the second half. Kennard for 3. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's Memphis with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
This is the definition of team chemistry. I love to see this kind of communication and connection between teammates leading to the perfect pass.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Miller is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then it's Dante DiVincenzo, and it's Clark in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup from Minnesota.
From in close, it's game over when Gobert has the ball.
Here's Wells. Pass to Kennard. Out to the wing. Kicks it out to Jackson. Here's Wells. 6 to shoot. Tries again. The rebound by Shannon. Outside, DiVincenzo. No good from outside.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Jackson finds Kennard. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. And the Grizzlies lead by 10. Minnesota shooting around 50% of the game so far. Pass to Clark. Launches a 3. Rebounded by Pippen. Memphis has gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Here's Edey. The three is up. Pippen, no good. For Minnesota, they've gotten just one shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. The three, DiVincenzo knocks down the triple.
And DiVincenzo able to stretch the floor, spread the defense out, especially with how accurate he is from deep.
And it's a completely new group for the Timberwolves. And a new group getting ready for Memphis.
Substitution on the court.
Morant, the pass to Williams. And here's Jackson, Reed defending. And Jaden McDaniels picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. Clark is checked in for Jackson. From deep, Bane on target from range.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on him.
Edwards with it. He's picked up by Bane. In transition. Williams from long range. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. Kicks it out to Bane. Takes a three. Jackson outside. Pass to Bane. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Reed's got rebound number 7 tonight. Edwards against Bane. Edwards on the move. And Edwards slams it in.
We've got liftoff here, folks. Once Edwards sprints past the defense, it is an absolute wrap.
Woo! That man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Edwards can't hit.
And even after airtight defense like that, you still just expect him to hit those kind of shots.
The kick out to Williams. Hey, from beyond the arc. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got 8 assists in the game. Timberwolves trail by 14. It's McDaniels on the wing. Defended by Jackson. Outside for Randall. Fires the three. Nails it from 3. Randall's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
Yeah, a shot that Randall has added to his repertoire. Shooting the 3 with confidence now.
Williams misses. Minnesota has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. It's Reed with a drive. A slam dunk by Reed.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Good work there as it goes.
And the clock will wind down on this one. Just a solid effort and a good win for the Grizzlies.
It's impressive how the reserve players stepped up and delivered in this one.
They didn't just help out. They made a big impact and really secured the win for their team.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Ja Morant.
He ran things with precision. Great command of the offense, putting his teammates in all the right spots.
And they're so close to putting this game away.
Yeah, B.A., you don't have to do anything crazy. Just run the clock. Don't turn it over.
Edwards with it. Guarded now by Williams. "32 seconds left in the game. Pass to Jackson. Fires the 3. Randall pulls down the board.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
McDaniels from long range. No good there. Clark left side. Bane from deep three-point land. It's rebounded by Minnesota. So Memphis wins it. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road.
And B.A.
some regards, but everyone loves an underdog.
Yeah, let's not forget, this is the NBA. Anything can happen, and even lower-ranked teams are elite. We could still have a real contest on our hands tonight.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant is the point, with Bane out on the wing. Edey out there with Jaren Jackson. And it's Williams at the small forward. Drills the three-pointer.
In motion, Morant's shooting ability is solid, but when he's this set up, it's outstanding.
Back to Powell, beyond the arc. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Tries a three. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Now, here's Bane. Pass to Edey for the three. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
Sharing the rock. Part of what makes Ja Morant such a fantastic player is his ability to pass.
Harden the pass to Eubanks. Good on the three-point shot.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor. This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Now, here's Bane. Back to Morant. Yep, that one goes in there. Morant's got 5 now.
He gets a lot of defensive attention, but Morant, he can expect this type of rough scene anytime he takes it inside.
Pass to Eubanks. No good on the three. Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. And you look at the Grizzlies' defense the last few years, RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this.
The Clippers have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter.
Honestly, if you're the defense, you should be ashamed not coming up with a steal on that pass.
And Harden wide open. He shoots. And he's good on the three ball.
Big three-point shot from James Harden. Look, this man locks in, and that is his shot.
Edey had the space there, but it's offline. Clippers have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Leonard finds Dunn. Harden bounce pass. Pass to Eubanks. Leonard with the ball. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And now the Grizzlies, fast break. The Grizzlies with another miss. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Eubanks, no good. Memphis leading by 3. Right side Jackson. Williams kicks to Bane. Launches it. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, a bit ago, Teron Lue and I were able to chat. We talked about the big man, Jaren Jackson Jr., and specifically how to defend him. And Coach said he's a guy that can score from all 3 levels. Our guys have to be on him and active defensively as soon as he touches the ball. Coach needs his team to bring the energy tonight, and we'll see if they can respond. Guys?
Okay, David, much appreciated. Clippers trail by 3. Harden with it. Guarded now by Jackson. And here's Leonard from 3. Edey with the rebound.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
And that one's good. Morant.
Consistency from deep is going to be the biggest determining factor in Morant's ceiling. If he gets that, I think we're going to see some MVPs in his future.
Taking matters into his own hands.
Yeah, we didn't expect to see that kind of finish.
A point guard getting up like that, boy, that is special.
And Los Angeles guys shooting 36% in this first quarter, trying to get their bearings. Payne for 3. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Oh, Leonard in position. Leonard on the wing. Pass to Harden. Over Bane. Can't hit from 12. And here's Morant. He'll bring it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. They lead by 4. It's rebounded by Leonard. Leonard's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Morant with the steal. Payne for 3. Here's Edey. Lets the 3 fly. That one dropped for his 2nd bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
And that one's good. Leonard.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
John Morant has been leading the charge, guys, for the Memphis Grizzlies. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Grizzlies?
So far, they've shown a terrific work ethic in transition, pushing the pace whenever possible and getting out ahead of the defense to score.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
So with Harden on the bench, here's who Tyronn Lue's going with. They've got Jones. Bogdanovich out there with Simmons. Then there's Batum, and it's Coffee in at the 3. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And all of a sudden, that man was just on the other end. Wow.
The Clippers trail. Bogdanovich wide open. And that comes off the assist by Jones.
Oh, he is so good from deep. Bogdan is even better shooting out of the corner.
Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Outside, Simmons. Batum for 3. And Pippen pulls it down.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Pass to Kennard. Lets it go with the 3. Good on the triple. Kennard's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Here's Stevens. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. Clippers trail by 4. Jones for 3. Aldama with the rebound. Knocked away and stolen by Simmons. Here's Batum. And the shot goes in.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Huff, no good. LA has gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter. They're hitting 1 for 5 attempts.
Goodness, Ben Simmons, unreal.
And Kennard wide open. He shoots. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Kennard's got a couple of 3-pointers in the second for the Grizzlies. Jones, the pass to Batum. And Batum throws it down.
And those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Stephens can't get it to go. The Clippers have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter.
I love the selfless approach. Simmons is all for feeding every teammate.
Aldama passes to Kennard. Offensive rebound. Over to the wing. Memphis moving that ball around. That 3 off the mark. The Clippers in the lead. Fires from way outside. Bogdanovich, no luck.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Even though he is capable of hitting that shot, I'd like to see him work for a better look in that situation.
Batum scanning the floor. Pass to Simmons. Drives to the hoop, and then Simmons slams it in.
You see the athleticism that Simmons possesses. Excellent job at just knifing his way through those small spaces.
Pippen, the pass to Stevens. Here's Huff. Drops in the tray. Huff's got it all tied up now for the Grizzlies.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up, oh yeah, you're done.
Here's Bogdanovich, and he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Bogdanovich has got 8 points in the quarter.
An all-around player, one of Batum's roles is to make the defense pay when they leave someone open.
The open shot by Kennard. Wide open shot is on the money.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Coffee passes to Jones. Here's Coffee. From downtown, Jones, no luck. Pass to Kennard. Fires from deep. He doesn't hit that one. The open shot by Bogdanovich. He knocks it down, but wait a minute. Before heading to the locker room, to bring out the monitor and see if he got that shot off in time.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this.
They're measuring up the shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. A 2-point game. So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Vince Williams out there with Jackson. And it's Edey in at the center position.
It almost feels like 2 buckets coming off the steal like it did.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. It's Bogdanovich on the wing. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 5 assists in the game.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Take that, he says. I see your 3, and I'll raise you another 3.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. Left side, Jones. The 3. Rebounded by Jackson. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Morant, and finished off by Morant.
I don't know, but it seems like Morant's got springs or something in his shoes.
RJ, Morant has always had unquestionable talent. Now it's a question of can he focus on his game?
And you hope he had his wake-up call. Still one of the most exciting players in the game. His burst and bounce, one of a kind.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Batum against Jackson. Batum passes to Jones. 4 on the clock. Here's Coffee. And it's off from 3-point range. Out to the right wing. Morant with a wide open look. And another basket for Memphis.
Can't lay off of Morant. When he's roaming around that mid-range area, you know he's ready to lock in.
Pass to Batum. Outside for Simmons. The three. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from three.
Jackson has the open look. No good from outside. Clippers trail by 4. Stolen by Jackson. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Jackson's got 5.
Well, they weren't going to pass up that chance to get out and run following the steal.
And Simmons kicks to Jones. Los Angeles with another miss.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Back to Batum. Stolen by Jackson. And it's Memphis on the break. From deep three-point land. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up.
3-point.
Jackson's got the lead up to 9 now for Memphis. Los Angeles has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. Bogdanovich passes to Simmons. Softly drops in the floater. He's got 8.
Playing bully ball inside. Simmons very effective around the rim.
Morant pushes to Jackson. Pass to Bain. Puts it up from 17. Jackson misses. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. And out of bounds as the Grizzlies gain possession. And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. .107 left to play in the third. Morant outside. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Dunn with it. He's picked up by Morant. Dunn misses. Memphis leading by 7. There's Williams with the 3. And the 3 ball is good. Williams has got 5. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Good. Kawhi working near the hoop.
Such a strong wing. Kawhi can more than handle his own down low.
There's Jackson with the 3. The Clippers grab the miss. Eubanks got his 4th rebound in this one. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Here's Edie. Eubanks grabs the miss. Eubanks got rebound number 5 here tonight. Kicks it out to Harden. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
To the left wing. Here's Eubanks. Misses the 3. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? It's the Grizzlies. They lead by 5. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far, with this 4th quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And the Grizzlies leading by 5. We'll see Powell and Leonard play in the forward spots. Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Eubanks in at the 5, home in the paint. That's who's out there for the Clippers. Got a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Leonard, the pass to Dunn. Here's Eubanks. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Eubanks got the first points up on the board here in the 4th for the Clippers. Kennard setting the pick for Pippen. It's up a 3. They get it back. Pass to Kennard. Memphis moving it around. Sinks the triple. And the Grizzlies lead by 5.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Now Eubanks to the left side wing. Kicks it out to Harden. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Taking control of the tempo. Harden won't let the other team turn their last 3 into a run.
Pippen, the pass to Kennard. Here's Stephens. Pass to Huff. Shoots the 3. Rebound by the Clippers.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Dunn, wide open, he fires, and trying for the go-ahead basket, it doesn't go in. Dunn against Kennard. Here's Aldama. Takes it off the glass.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Powell, no one around him, connects from three-point range.
Terrific recognition from Harden. He has a sixth sense when it comes to getting guys open.
Huff passes to Stevens. Aldama with the ball. Kennard for 3. The three-pointer is right on target. Kennard's got 6 points in the quarter.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's rolling around the perimeter ready to fire.
That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down to a point with the bucket from Kawhi Leonard. Memphis has gotten off 4 three-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Pippen kicks to Kennard. The 3-ball. The rebound by Harden.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Back to Leonard to take the lead. Stephens pulls it in. Stephens got 4 rebounds in this game. It's stolen by Aldama. Pippen with it. Now guarded by Dunn. We've got 1:48 left in the fourth quarter. The Grizzlies with another miss. The Clippers have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Dunn's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, Leonard really utilizing the vision to find the crack in the defensive coverage.
Here's Stephens. Dunn covering, and it's Norman Powell with the foul. That's his first foul, so Memphis ends up going with the new group. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Here's Morant. Outside for Jackson. Shot clock at 6. Pass to Williams. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And it's Morant missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 8 shooting as we've come down the home stretch in this final quarter. Time. Off target from three-point range. And Morant's got the ball here for the Grizzlies.
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
He knew what they needed here and was determined to deliver.
To the right side. Eubanks the pass to Harden. From deep three-point land. Edey with the rebound. Here's Morant. Yes!
Massive points from Morant, willing to take the big shots.
Can't afford any wasted possessions down the stretch.
Pretty much, they have to be perfect the rest of the way. That puts tremendous pressure on your offense.
And the Clippers miss again. Pass to Edey. Nails the tray. The 3 from Leonard. Off target. So it's Memphis picking up the win. A truly gutsy performance away from home.
You know, it really was. And Kevin, when this one was hanging in the balance late, they
for joining us. It's Steve looking at the starting five for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ebb is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point guard position. And for the Clippers, Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. Chris Dunn is out there with James Harden. And it's Eubanks in at the center position, locking down the middle. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one. And now the game is really starting to flow. We should be in for a good one.
Yeah, and it's important to get that first score quickly and establish your game.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Harden. Pass to Eubanks. Now here's Dunn. Shot clock at 6. Leonard outside. Fires from deep. Harden can't hit. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. Outside Reid. Outside Alexander Walker. From outside the arc. Buries it from 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And Nickeil Alexander-Walker has built a role around defense and activity, Coach.
Yeah, Brian, he's started to understand that not everyone can be that superstar scorer, and he's carved out a role around hustle, but still capable of knocking down shots within the flow of the offense.
Now, you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Now here's Edwards. The rebound by Eubanks. Leonard with the ball. Picked up by Reid. Out to Powell. The 3. Second chance shot. Dunn outside. It's Powell on the wing. Leonard against McDaniels. Back to Leonard. Ooh, and Leonard throws it down.
They're taking the opportunity to get airborne. Kawhi doesn't hold back when he sees an opening.
For 3, Randle. Rebounded by Dunn. The Clippers in the lead. For 3, Powell drops in the 3.
And that was a good read from Leonard. Noticing the overcommitment and exploiting it.
Leonard against Randle. Pass to Alexander Walker. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle. Alexander Walker's got 6.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
And it's Harden with the big finish.
Check it out. Harden putting on a show, throwing down an acrobatic dunk.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Tyronn Lue gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He was emphatic, saying that Edwards was their main concern, telling me Anthony poses problems on both sides of the ball, and he is relentless. He doesn't let up. He wants his guys to match Edwards' energy.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Now here's Edwards. No points so far. Pass to Reid. 1:07 left to play in the first quarter. And the basket by Edwards.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in there.
Harden surveying the D. Inside. Oh, a nice one-handed slam right there.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, and absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Now here's McDaniels. He's got 5. And it's Harden who pulls down the rebound.
Well, that wasn't a bad shot. Defense playing a little loose there. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. Minnesota shooting their first free throw of the game here.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Randall, the pass to Alexander Walker. Reed sets a screen, and it's Alexander Walker penetrating, drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
Now Harden. The 3. Sinks it from distance. Harden's got 10 points in the game.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their teams.
James Harden. He's been the guy making things happen for the... And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter of action so far. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
Setting the floor for the Timberwolves. Ebb is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Nas Reed out there with Julius Randle. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 1 spot. Timberwolves trail by 4. McDaniels from long range. Knocks down the long J. Give him 8.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
And Coach, how about Nas Reed, the 2024 6th Man of the Year award winner?
Yeah, Brian, sort of unique. We often associate that award with shooting guards, but although he's a big, Reed is more than capable of putting up big numbers, including from long distance.
5 to shoot. For 3, Randall. Coffey grabs the board. Los Angeles has gone 4 of 8 from 3, a nice percentage. And it's Derek Jones with the foul. That's his first foul.
Personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Edwards. Randall is screen on Bogdanovich. Edwards. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
Come on, you can't be doing that. I know these guys want to put on a show, but you can't pass up scoring opportunity.
Here's Batum. Back to Coffey. Plenty of space. After missing his first attempt, now 1 for 2.
Well, Batum can do a little of everything out there, including making quality passes to wide open guys.
Edwards, a pass to Alexander Walker. And a two-handed jam!
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
The pass-first nature of Simmons. Fantastic job scanning the floor and finding the open teammate. Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Pass to Jones. Jacks up a 3. Reed with the rebound.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
Good on the bucket. And Stan, the league questioning the use of load management. I know you've wondered if it can even hurt conditioning.
There's no question, Brian. Look, since the age of load management has come into the NBA, injuries are up. not down. I think players have been deconditioned, and that's even before you get into the need of guys playing together more to gain a rhythm and an on-court chemistry. You know, like actually playing basketball together.
A novel idea. Bogdanovich with it. He's picked up by Edwards. Ooh, McDaniels with a steal. And now the T-Wolves on the break. Back to Edwards. And stolen by Simmons. Here's Batum. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Nice sudden drive from Batum. Getting the drop on the defense there.
Coffee on the wing. Batum outside. Pass to Simmons. A deep three. And it's Bogdanovich that time on the assist from Simmons. Now it's a three-point Los Angeles lead. The Timberwolves have gotten 5 of 7 shots to go in the second. Edwards with it. To the paint. Left side McDaniels. Beyond the arc. Connects from downtown. McDaniels got 6 points in the quarter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
Oh, my! That's why we have those breakaway rims.
Dude, he risked pulling the whole thing down to the floor right there. Edwards, a pass to Reed. Randall against Bogdanovich. It's Edwards on the wing. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall. Randall's got 4 assists in the game.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
Heady play to stop that easy layup right there. I mean, make him earn it at the line.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of this game. And the Timberwolves going with a whole new group out there. Jones hits them both. 26 seconds left in the first half. And it's out of bounds to Minnesota.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And it's a completely new group for the Clippers. Picked by Gobert. Gobert working inside.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
A consistent and standout scorer. It's really no surprise to see Harden making a big impact out there.
They set the screen. Here's Shannon. Misses the three. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. Clippers ahead. They lead by 1. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon to start the second half of basketball. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. We are seeing an outstanding game from James Harden.
Through the first 2 quarters, he's been on fire. Explosive offensive performance.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. James Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Eubanks in at the center, filling out the middle. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here.
Such a versatile guard. James Harden is a triple-double threat every single night.
Pass to Shannon. Out to DiVincenzo. And there's the foul. It'll go on Norman Powell. That's his first foul of the game.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Clark outside. Pass to Gobert. Clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here.
On D, Leonard is...
Wow, Rudy! Fancy!
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
And it's Harden penetrating. The rebound by Shannon.
Excellent coverage defensively, making it hard on him.
Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Eubanks. Eubanks, he's got 5 rebounds tonight. The 3-ball. The shot by Dunn, no good. Minnesota's gone 7 of 13 from downtown so far in this game. The 3, DiVincenzo. He buries it from 3. And the Timberwolves lead by 1. These teams just keep trading the lead.
Yeah, you wonder what it's going to take for someone to pull away.
Harden, the pass to Dunn. Back to Harden. Leonard outside. No luck on that one. Great D that time from Miller. Defensive Player of the Year 4 times over, Stan. Rudy Gobert tied for the record.
Yeah, Brian, alongside Dikembe Mutombo and Ben Wallace, and Gobert's capable of getting another one too, assuming his countryman Victor Wembanyama doesn't start taking the reins.
Back to Gobert. This one for 3. Leonard pulls down the board. Los Angeles has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Let's go with a 3. Look at Leonard, dialed in from deep.
And he's a selective three-point shooter. Kawhi only takes them if he feels he has a good look.
The 3, DiVincenzo. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Outside Harden. Back to Eubanks. Up top Harden. Guarded by Miller. 4-3. And Gobert with a block.
Well, Rudy loves erasing shots. Every chance he gets, he'll take a swipe at you.
Clark outside. Picked by Gobert. Minnesota again missing.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Powell left side. Pass to Harden. Fires for 3. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
He's never shy to let it go from three-point range. Harden wants to make the D's job as tough as possible.
3-pointer. Another miss by Minnesota. Los Angeles leading by 5. Here's Leonard. Leonard gets there for the fast break finish.
And after putting it down, he dangles from the rim a little.
Man, that's borderline taunting right there, Grant. They're playing with a certain swagger right now. Clark, the pass to Gobert. To win the run. Rebounded by Dunn. Dunn's got 4 rebounds in the game. Leonard on the wing. He's got 7. Pass to Dunn. Back to Leonard. Shoots. Leonard doesn't hold back.
And they're playing rock-solid basketball right now. Really starting to see that lead grow.
Well, that third quarter is when you want to increase your lead. Really building it up before that final quarter.
Gobert with a screen on Harden. DiVincenzo can't hit.
The other team just looks more in sync and is riding the momentum.
Their body language does not look good right now. They're deflated and unable to stop this run.
There's the 3. Hits the trifecta. DiVincenzo's got 6. And a deep 3 from Leonard. And that's not going to go. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Getting locked. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money and made things look easy for his teammates.
We've reached the fourth quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. So for Minnesota right now, Ed is at the 2 with McDaniels playing the 3. Julius Randle out there with Naz Reid. And it's Alexander Walker in at the point guard. For 3, Randle. The rebound by Eubanks. Eubanks, he's got rebound number 8 now. Leonard on the wing. Check by Randle. Pass to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. Fires it. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
The triple hits for Edwards.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
Pass to Dunn. Back to Eubanks. Here's Powell. McDaniels covering. Powell, it's good. And the Clippers lead by 8.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Here's Alexander Walker. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randle. Randle's got 5 assists in the game. And Harden's got the ball here for the LA Clippers. Powell outside. Outside Harden. Back to Powell. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. Done. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Timberwolves trail by 5. Pass to Alexander Walker. Takes it inside. Ooh, now 7 for 9 after that make.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game. And that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
It's tipped. Harden finds Leonard. Jacks up a 3. The shot that time not on target.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Edwards. It's McDaniels on the wing. Reid to screen on Harden. Outside Reid to tie it up. And again, it's Minnesota with a 3.
That's exactly the kind of shooting you need down the stretch to win games.
2 minutes remaining.
Outside Harden.
2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the fourth quarter. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
A master of attracting contact. Harden just takes pride in fooling defenders and getting those calls.
And he's unable to get the second one.
Well, the miss is unfortunate, but he still manages to put them ahead. Barely.
And he comes up with a bucket. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Harden drives in, and then Harden with the jam.
Oh, can you say important bucket by Harden? James always wants the ball in these moments. Love it.
Edwards for 3. Rebounded by James Harden.
And that's exactly how tightly you have to guard him every time he steps to the arc. He's just that good. An aggressive move to a strong finish.
Yeah, and getting out in transition allows for some easy points before that defense is fully set.
Up top, Edwards. Defended by Dunn. Edwards, a pass to Reid. And it's good. And that one brings them within 1.
There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Dunn, pass to Leonard. Now here's Harden. Lets it go from deep. Shot is off, and now he's 9 for 12 from the field. Edwards looking it over. to Reed. Takes a three. Rebound by the Clippers. Knocked away. McDaniels passes to Reed. Reed sets a screen. Here's Alexander Walker. Off target from downtown. So a close game sees the Clippers taking this one. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it. All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.
anchor, Greg. This might seem like a potential blow, but anything can happen in this NBA.
Kevin, we see upsets happen all the time. It's what makes the sport great. You can't take any team or game for granted.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniels. Naz Reid out there with Julius Randle. And it's Alexander Walker in at the 1. Edwards' shot is good.
Boy, the quickness off the dribble drive by Anthony Edwards. Being able to put it on the deck, so important.
Yep, it counts. Here's Alexander Walker. Randle outside. There's the triple. They get the rebound. It's good on the putback.
Oh, great timing. He is one tough customer on that offensive glass.
You know, it's like he has a sixth sense of where that rebound is going. Now, here's Bane. To the wing right side. Cranes the 19-footer.
What a terrific play by just a tremendous all-around player. This guy makes it look easy.
And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick. He's become a large part of this offensive engine.
And Memphis making a change here. Williams has checked in. You hear, Doris, people now calling Anthony Edwards one of the faces of the NBA. And I'm assuming you'd agree.
100% agree, because the skills are extraordinary. The development in his decision-making has gone leaps and bounds from where it was. Beyond that, Kevin, he's a lockdown defender, one of the best competitors, fearless in the big moments, and one of the most charismatic young men in the league today. This guy is spectacular.
And here's Edwards following John Morant's 3. Pass to McDaniels. Here's the 3. Buries it from three-point range. McDaniels got 5 now.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shot at the rim.
Trains the three-pointer.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Memphis has gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Bane with the screen on McDaniel. Williams gets the bucket. The Timberwolves have gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Morant with the steal. Pass to Jackson. Fires the 3. Reid with the rebound. And here's Edwards from the arc. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. To the paint. A kick out to Bane. Morant against Edwards. Outside Jackson. Outside Bane. Here's Heaney. Pass to Bane. Jackson from long range. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Minnesota's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. It's Edwards on the wing. Fires it up. And it falls over the rim and in. 6 points for him.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
They know that if this guy goes off, their chances of winning rise exponentially.
Morant finds Jackson. Back to Morant. There's the 3. It's good from long range. Morant's got 8 points.
More of a dribble drive guard, but the defense can't forget about Jaw's ability outside the arc.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Now here's Morant. He's got 8. The kick out to Bane. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
Well, Morant's acrobatics often get the attention, but his passing is also elite.
Randall with a screen for Edwards. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Bain passes to Morant. Back to Bain. Memphis moving that ball around. And it's Morant missing. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Reed. That's in. Coming off an assist from Randall.
And this game already taking shape as an offensive battle.
Well, the fans love it. Coaches may not like the lack of defense, but boy, the rules promote scoring, no doubt.
And now the Timberwolves on the break. Edwards looking it over. And Edwards slams it in.
And how about that? What a sensational.
Oh, he nailed it.
Whoa, that's some range right there, guys.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Grizzlies lead by 3. And we'll be back shortly for the start of the second quarter. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Grizzlies.
And they look to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
We've got Williams. Kennard is out there with Desmond Bain. And there's Jackson. And it's Edey in at the 5. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Edwards with it. Now defended by Bain. Over in the corner, Randall. No good on the triple. Memphis leading. Kennard kicks to Jackson. Puts it up. It's tipped. Back to Kennard. Pass to Jackson. The tray. Offensive rebound. Edey. Kennard with the ball. And the 3 off target. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
But a really good read on his part, being disruptive at the defensive end right now.
Ball's knocked loose. And he lobs it up toward the rim. And finished off by McDaniel.
And you can see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Nailed from three-point land. Rule adjustments, Doris, regarding the rip-through move. Do you think those have been effective?
Kevin, I certainly think we've taken a step in the right direction. We have got to give the defense more of a chance at this point, and the idea that you don't get shots on the rip-through is important.
A new lineup here for the Timberwolves. Shots good by Shannon.
And we've seen several lead changes tonight. Neither team giving an inch.
And right now you love the chess match, right? The ability of each side to adjust to what the other is doing.
There's the triple. Bagley kicks to Kennard. Off target with his 3.
Yeah, and that three-point shot, it really has looked awful here in the second quarter. It hasn't stopped him from attempting them, but it's time to maybe find something else to do.
Ingles passes to DiVincenzo. 6 to shoot. Over Jackson. Pass to Garza. Back to Miller. The 3 for DiVincenzo. Some solid defense there from Jackson. Memphis has gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%. But they've continued to let them fly. That falls nicely on the feed that time from Pippen. Jackson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Garza, and they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. And the Timberwolves lead by 1.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Jackson passes to Kennard. Fires away from way outside. Garza pulls it in.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
And for most guys, I think you only want to take that shot if you've hit a few in a row. That is absolutely a heat check.
Drills it from outside.
Well, guys who are known as shooters are always ready on the catch. Luke Kennard, rise and fire.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Now, here's Ingles. He's guarded closely. Three-pointer. And another three for Minnesota.
Yeah, I'll tell you, this guy's a tireless competitor. What an answer from distance by Joe Ingles.
Kennard for three. The shot, no good.
Boy, he won't miss many from that spot. The defense gets lucky there.
Shot's good by Shannon. Shannon's got the lead up to 5 now for Minnesota.
Nice job getting inside for the layup. Got the deep thinking jump shot, gave a little pump fake, and then off to the races.
And the points coming for them now, Greg in bunches.
And we're seeing what a high-octane offense should look like.
Pippen with the bucket. Timberwolves leading by 3. Pass to Ingles. It's Miller on the wing. We've got 22 seconds left in the first half of basketball. And it's in there. Garza's got 5 now.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Bucket is good.
And at this stage, this is where Bagley feels most comfortable. I mean, knows he has the size and touch to score inside.
DiVincenzo kicks to Ingles. Back to DiVincenzo for the 3. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Minnesota on top, leading by 3. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
They're measuring up the shot.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
One of the things every player is after is efficiency at the offensive end. And boy, this young guy has done just that.
And on the floor for Chris Finch as we get into the second half. Now Ingles is out there with Miller. Then there's Dante DiVincenzo. And it's Shannon in at the shooting guard position. Timberwolves passing it around. Ingles can't get it to go. The Grizzlies trail by 3. The 3, Pippen. The kick out to Bain. Pass to Bagley. Shot clock at 5. Second chance shot. Kept alive. They shoot again. He takes it up and lays it in. Stephen's got the opening bucket to start the second half for the Grizzlies. For Minnesota, they've gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second half. Stolen by Jackson. Bagley finds Jackson. Traps in the tray. Jackson's got 6 points. A great competitive game so far.
And from the look of it, this one could go right down to the wire.
Bain with the steal. Loud pass to Bagley. And finished off by Bagley.
Yeah, ferocious at the rim. Bagley can finish with power or finesse.
Here's Shannon. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Memphis leading by 4. There's Jackson with the 3. And again, it's Memphis with the 3.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Well, if you continue to execute at both ends, you can build on this lead.
And dropping the sledgehammer there, he curbs a 10-0 run by Memphis.
Pass to Bagley. Right side Jackson fires for three. On the wing, Jackson. Good on the three-point shot. Jackson's got the lead up to 8 now for the Grizzlies.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Off target there, that would have pushed the lead to double digits. To the middle, here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
Here's Edey, guarded by Reed. Pass to Edey, it's stolen by Randall. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. Randall no good.
And the timing just not there on that attempted alley-oop.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
Edey, good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one.
Terrific dime there. Morant realizing his responsibility to share the wealth with his teammates. And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
It seemed like he changed his mind halfway through the layup, tried to go to something else, and flat out choked it.
Alexander Walker passes to Randall. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Well, you see Julius Randle striking from wherever the defense concedes it. That's nicely done.
Morant drives in. On the wing, Bane. Down low, Wells in the corner. Pass to Jackson from outside the arc. And again, it's Memphis with the three.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Edwards against Bane. Now McDaniels. He's got 7. Morant with the steal. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Reed. Takes the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Jackson from long range. Julius Randle with the rebound. Fast break, Minnesota. It's up a 3. Good on that shot, and with that, the Memphis lead is cut to just 3 points on the basket from Alexander Walker. And so the ball's out of bounds. Reed touched it last.
Substitution for the Grizzlies. Marvin Bagley return.
Off the inbound pass, and that one released in time, but no good. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game, neither team giving ground. Grizzlies lead. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the 2-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or 2 when he needs to.
Well, having multiple playmakers on the floor makes you a much tougher team to defend.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ballgame. We've got Bagley. Wells is out there with Jackson. Then it's Morant, and it's Kennard in at the 2. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
Man, that strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Edwards against Kennard. Outside Jackson. Jacks up a 3. Bagley kicks to Morant. From past the arc, drills the three-pointer. And the Grizzlies lead by 4.
And how about the catch and fire there from Morant? He's got the endless confidence in his ability.
A nice shot by McDaniels.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
This is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
High effort play by Morant. He refuses to let the foul stop him from getting the shot up.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Memphis.
Their accuracy in this one has just been on another level. I mean, the 3-ball keeps falling, and the defense just hasn't been able to run them off the line.
Well, I also noticed, guys, how much they move the ball in this one. Selfless, willing to pass the ball to a teammate with a better look.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Edwards shooting fearlessly from the arc.
The work that Anthony Edwards is putting in as a shooter is there. That range shot so important. Nice three-point look right there.
Pass to Edey, and here's Kennard. Edwards defending.
He is just not taking smart shots out there, a pattern he has fallen into tonight.
Alexander Walker passes to McDaniels. Right wing. To take the lead. Reed misses.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Edey. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Now, here's Reed. Not a lot of room. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. And here's the fast break. Wells leading the way.
Yeah, a lot of coaches might let you hear it for taking the three-pointer on the break, but I like the decision there. The D had already collapsed inside.
And Randle throws it down.
Julius Randle under tremendous pressure with the big bucket.
On the free throw, no good. Grizzlies have gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. And there's the call on Nickeil Alexander-Walker. That is his first foul of the game. Baines checked in for Wells. There's Morant. Some nice passing there by Memphis. A kick out to Baines. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Jackson with the 3. A shot off that time.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
He is trying to shoot his way out of it, and it might be better for him to pass the basketball at this point.
Edey gets the bucket.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Randle dishes to Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Off target from outside. Memphis leading by 3. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Bain against McDaniel. Here's Edey. Now here's Kennard.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
For 3, Edwards. It's in! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
That's right. No other option but to foul and hope for some misses.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from 3.
It's the first, and that brings them within 2 here. And Edwards drops them both.
You must embrace the pressure and knock down critical free throws. Nicely done.
A steal. Bursting off the floor. Edwards hammers it down.
And what a huge sequence that could be.
Wow, a play that might come to define this game.
If anyone wants to know where the momentum turned, that may have been it right there.
The Grizzlies call timeout. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
And this is it, guys. Down one, they've got just enough time to work it around for a good shot, and it better be a good shot because it's the only shot they have.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And he knows there's no room for mistakes and wants everyone on the same page. Guys, what's your take on how they maximize their opportunities now?
And guys, it all comes down to this one shot to win the game. They have just enough time to run a play that'll lead to a catch and shoot here on the inbound. Maybe one quick pass.
But anything can happen in the NBA, Grant.
That is the truth. I mean, that's why they play the games. One guy gets hot, a team gets cold. That's all it takes to swing the entire outcome of a game.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. James Harden out there with Chris Dunn. And it's Eubanks in at the center position, locking down the middle. Powell with it, guarded by Morant. And it's Powell off the drive. And Powell with the stuff.
Well, Norman Powell is big and strong and stocky, so he gets in that gap. It's like a bowling ball. He can take a hit.
Sinks the tray.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Now Harden. Leonard, right side. From downtown, fires in the triple.
I mean, is there another guy in the league who knows when his team needs this kind of lift? Kawhi getting those 3 points. Right back. Well, that's not a shot he's ever going to pass up, and he shouldn't. Despite the miss, no defender anywhere near him. He's got to shoot that one.
Now here's Dunn. Harden surveying the D. And Morant clears the board.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
And the ball out of play. The Grizzlies will have it.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Here's Wells. Oh, not wasting any time and taking the shot and hitting it.
He knew exactly where his man was going to be. Outstanding lead pass.
Harden against Morant. Pass to Eubanks. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got 3 assists in the game.
Well, an excellent passer. Harden taking pride in finding an open teammate.
And what you like about James Harden, he can play with any set of teammates, Brent.
Well, we're seeing this transition, BA, right, from Harden being this elite offensive system by himself to now being a better teammate, a guy who can facilitate and set guys up to make better offensive plays. So not shouldering the entire load anymore. He's been very flexible over the past couple seasons.
Here's Edey. Fires the 3. And the 3-pointer goes. Edie's got 6.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Yeah, again, you can't take this too far to make it too selfish, but that exchange, that's fun to watch.
Now here's Harden. Back to Powell. Pass to Eubanks. The 3 is up. The rebound by Jackson. Grizzlies trail by 3. Now Bain. Back to Morant. Here's Edie from behind the arc. Kawhi Leonard comes up with a rebound. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Well, I had a chance to talk with the head coach of the Grizzlies. To no one's surprise, their focus defensively is on containing Kawhi Leonard. Coach said Kawhi is a terrific decision maker and always manages to play the game at his pace. So we need to get into him, apply some pressure, and try to make him uncomfortable. History shows that will not be an easy task, B.A.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Leonard. He's got 6.
Well done on the glass. Gets himself in position where he can use his size.
From deep, Bain. It's rebounded by Los Angeles.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Harden with a bucket.
A great hustle from Harden in transition, getting up the court as quickly as possible.
Edie for 3. Knocks it down from distance. He's got 9.
He does so much out there to stretch out the defense when he's out on the perimeter, and he drains the triple.
Outside Harden. The 3. Harden missing again. And so it's Bain who brings up the ball for Memphis. Trailing by 5. From deep, Morant. Offensive board. To the middle. And there's a 3-second violation. 46 seconds left in the opening quarter. Harden finds Powell. Dunn outside. Pass to Leonard from outside the arc. Cleared away by Wells. Grizzlies trail by 5. Jackson, pass to Bain. On the wing, Bain. 19 seconds left in the opening quarter. Edie, that's good.
Exactly what every offense needs. Shooters who can force the defense to extend.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Beyond the arc. No luck on that one. A nice first quarter of play. We've seen plenty of offense so far. Clippers ahead. They lead by 2. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
Well, you got to be impressed with how selfless they've been so far. Their passing has been simply outstanding.
Well, one thing that's noticeable is just tremendous energy from everybody, and they put that into their transition play, and all that hustle is paying off.
Luke Kennard out there with Ja Morant. Then it's Jaren Jackson. Then it's Marvin Bagley. And it's Williams in at the 3. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
How about that touch, Bogdanovich? That time from way out.
Well, Brent, this is the 8th season for Bogdanovich. He's as steady as a metronome, man.
Now, the thing, B.A., I don't think guys appreciate him as much as they should in that off-guard position. He is gritty and competitive. He can shoot the ball. He's willing to take big shots. And I love the pace and competitiveness he plays with.
Oh, they get a hand on it. Williams finds Morant. Oh, that's good. Morant from way out.
And you often see defenses beg Morant to take that shot. Didn't work that time.
Bogdanovich against Williams. On the wing, Jones. Yes, and that's Simmons with the assist. Jones has got 6 here in the quarter.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players playing today can do.
Kennard for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. And here's the fast break. Bogdanovich from long range. It's hauled in by Ja Morant. Outside Bagley. Takes the 3. That one no good.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why still. I expect him to make one of those.
Pass to Jackson. Kennard for three. Morant with it. He's picked up by Jones. Kennard can't get it to go. The Clippers lead by 8. Outside Jones. Oh, powered down with both hands.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. Bagley for three. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
How about that, Bagley? Stretching the floor out a little bit, and this is going to make the offense really tough to guard.
Kennard against Bogdanovich. Lets the three fly. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. Williams finds Kennard. And a miss there on the triple.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Bogdanovich passes to Jones. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
What he might lack in height at the 4 spot, he makes up for it with his burst.
Pass to Williams. Fires from deep. And Kennard with the 3. Looking at lineups around the league, Grant. Seems like they're becoming more positionless than ever before.
Yeah, you're spot on, B.A. To the point where some people feel all-star voting shouldn't be by position anymore. It should be by merit.
Simmons looking around. 6 to shoot. Puts up a 3. And it's Bagley with a rebound.
Well, even though he misses that one, the defense has got to talk about that. And that's a bad miscue. And you can't give up looks like that all game long.
Not just an aggressive scorer, Morant is also a fantastic distributor.
Here's Jones. Blocked! Pass to Kennard. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. They've led by as much as 10. Now here's Batum. Back to Bogdanovich for 3. Williams grabs the board. Grizzlies trail by 3. Left side Bagley. Outside Williams. And stolen by Jones. And it's the Clippers on the break. Bogdanovich no good.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
The Clippers lead by 3. Coffee, the pass to Simmons. Here's Jones. The shot comes out. Ooh, good D by Bagley. Pass to Kennard. And here's Jackson. Jackson, the screen. Kennard for 3. Here's Bagley. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
Yeah, it's almost like he's playing with the wristwatch there. He knew the time, he executed.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Clippers on top, leading by 1. We'll get right back to the action when we return.
They're thinking about the shot.
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. And so in the game for the Clippers, Powell and Kawhi in at the forward spots. Chris Dunn is out there with James Harden, and it's Eubanks in at the 5. Memphis trailing here. Jackson for 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Jackson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for the LA Clippers. And he was fouled in the act of shooting. Opportunity for a three-point play here.
Well, Harden just outworking them inside. Can we say he wanted it more?
Los Angeles shooting their first free throw of the contest. The Grizzlies shooting just 38% for this game so far. Kennard outside. The dive for the ball. It's stolen by Dunn. And here comes the break. Second shot opportunity. Outside for Harden. Sure, from three-point range. Harden's got 9.
And that's Harden. He can beat you equally off the dribble or off the catch.
And the shot goes in. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Outside Harden. Pass to Eubanks. The 3 is up. And the Clippers hit again from deep.
You gotta love his unselfishness, and you know his coach does as well.
Well, not just coach, but you can see it in the teammates, the way that they look at him. They appreciate it when he shares the ball like that.
Here's Dunn. Goes back up. Outside for Harden. Back to Leonard. Lets it go from 14. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists in the game.
And Kawhi Leonard will gladly take that look.
Pass to Pippen. To the right side. Edey for 3. The shot no good. And it's the Clippers ball. They're on an 11-2 run. And no matter how many minutes he gets, Norm Powell is always ready to shoot, Brent.
Oh, man, B.A. Norman Powell has consistently been in that be-ready club off the bench. I mean, he can come in and score a bunch of points for his team and spark the offense. But this guy has been aggressive from day one, and it doesn't matter where he is, he knows his role.
And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. And despite his injury history, Kawhi still has the ability to take over games, Brent.
Yeah, does it feel, B.A., that Kawhi sometimes is even more patient and more deliberate in the way he delivers in games? I think he's the type of talent that can slow himself and the game down at his will and still be a lockdown defender.
The Clippers lead by 11. From deep three-point land. Stevens with a rebound. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Here's Leonard. Pass to Powell. Out to Leonard. Launches it. Oh, Leonard laces it in from distance.
And Leonard, a 3-level scorer as well as an offensive anchor for this team.
Pass to Jackson. And out of bounds, the Clippers will take it.
I know people can't see you, but you're doing what I'm doing, scratching your head to that turnover.
Now Los Angeles with it. They're on an 18-5 run. Dunn outside. Three-pointer, Harden. That shot missing. Grizzlies trail by 11. Pass to Stevens. Right side Bane. Up and over Dunn. Bane, no good.
Well, mid-range is where he makes the money. So when the D's slow to get out on him, always surprising to see him miss from there.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. The Clippers lead by 11. Here's Eubanks. Finished off the break. Eubanks, he's got 10 points.
And we continue to see Leonard and his patience being able to deliver the ball like that.
Here's Huff. Eubanks defending. The ball's knocked loose. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Powell. Jones, he's checked in for Eubanks.
Number 55, Derek Jones Jr.
From deep, Bane. Powell pulls it in. Powell's got 4 rebounds in the game. Harden fires away from outside. Kept alive. Leonard outside. Here's Dunn. Three-pointer off the mark. Grizzlies trail by 13. Bane surveying the D. Pass to Pippen. Who poked away. There's the triple. And that's good. Jackson for 3. He has 6.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed and getting out on him.
Outside for Harden. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Back to Jones. Outside Harden. For 3, Powell. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got 6 assists in the game.
And how about Powell just coming back and taking on the challenge, answering the call.
Drills it from deep.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Stolen by Jackson. That shot is off. And so it's Los Angeles, ending the quarter up 10. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the... And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Fourth quarter action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Payne. Then it's Jackson, and it's Stevens in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Back to Powell. Pass to Batum. Stolen by Jackson. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. And here's Morant outside. Second chance effort. Kicks it out to Bain. Launches a three. Counted from distance.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
Now take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Here's Harden. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by Ja Morant.
Not a way to get out of a funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Outside Bain. Jackson outside. Off target from three-point range. Los Angeles leading by 5. Both teams will make substitutions.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
On the wing, Harden. The floater. Bogdanovich from long range. The shot won't fall.
I mean, he's trying to shoot his way out of what's becoming a prolonged cold streak.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
Outside Morant from the arc. Batum pulls it in. Batum's got 4 rebounds now. Oh, stolen by Morant. They've got numbers. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
And this was already coming down to the wire, but poor ball control and some fast hands have raised the stakes.
Bogdanovich, that's good.
Well, he's an accurate shooter and has some great confidence. Bogdanovich with the beauty.
Tries to break his ice. Morant. Oh, Morant from close range.
Smart play call to get him something at the rim.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Pass to Batum. Outside Bogdanovich. Knocks it loose. Clock at 6. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Leonard's checked in for Los Angeles.
Number 2, Kawhi Leonard.
If you're just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Clock is at 3. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. Here's Morant. Inside. That one's good from Bain on the assist by Morant. Morant's got 6 assists now in the game. And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for the Clippers. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Dunn outside. Sinks the tray. Dunn's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
The defense takes a chance, leaves him open at the arc, and he capitalizes.
Morant, no good. The Clippers lead by 5. Here's Jones. Drives to the hoop. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
This guy is putting on a clinic for the people.
Yeah, I'm shocked. I can't believe he pulled that off in a real game. Jackson. Back to Morant. Right side Bain. Pass to Jackson. Just 5 to shoot. Offensive rebound. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And this is something he does all too well. Great position for the putback there.
And I like how he doesn't think twice about passing it out. Just going right for the slam.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Leonard passes to Jones. Dunn right side. Here's Leonard. And he drives in.
And so little can be done to stop that. Leonard with the jets to stream down the lane, then tops it off with the thunder finish.
And so it looks like the Grizzlies will retain possession here. 52 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. On target from range.
That's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul. There's 47 seconds left in the final quarter. Harden, the pass to Leonard. Now here's Jones. It's good. And the assist that time from Leonard.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, looking for a miracle worker out there is the opposing coaching staff. I don't know that they have one. This game seems to be well in hand.
Now Los Angeles with it. They lead by 7. Back to Dunn. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clock. And Los Angeles another 3.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Launches it from deep. Misses the shot. So no problem for the Clippers as they get the win. All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Brent Barry.